From being an extra on Isidingo to hosting an Emmy Award-winning talk show, Trevor Noah has built himself a life of luxury, including about $30 million in American real estate. He was born a crime at a time when it was against the law in South Africa for people of different races to be in relationships. Today, his incredible achievements serve as a powerful inspiration to millions around the world. Welcome back to another episode of The Lux Life. Today we're diving into the world of Mzansi's golden boy, Trevor Noah, and how he made and spends his dollars. And watch till the end as we will disclose why he paid the salaries of 25 employees from his pocket. Let's start with how he built his 8-figure net worth. Born in Johannesburg, Trevor's entertainment career started in 2002. The aspiring comedian had a small role in an episode of the South African soap opera Isidingo. He later hosted his own radio show called Noah's Ark on the leading youth radio station, YFM, and even made it to the finals on South Africa's Strictly Come Dancing. He's clearly a man of many talents. When Noah was 21 years old, his friends dared him to perform a comedy routine at a nightclub. He entertained the audience with humorous stories about his friends and life, and the rest is history. After that night, Noah continued performing at comedy clubs, gaining recognition along the way. He dropped his radio show and acting to focus on comedy and has performed with South African comedians such as David Kau, Kagiso Lediga, and Riyad Musa. Noah also worked with international comedians such as Paul Rodriguez and Paul Zerdin. Along with all his success as a South African comedian, Trevor learned the ropes of business and finance. His first big entrepreneurial move was becoming a spokesperson and consumer protection agent for Cell C, South Africa's third largest mobile phone network provider. From 2011, Noah would be working and earning in America. He relocated to the United States and became the first South African stand-up comedian to appear on The Tonight Show and The Late Show with David Letterman. By December 2014, the comedian became a recurring act on The Daily Show, and by March of the next year, it was announced that Noah would take over for Jon Stewart as the host. His journey on the show began on 28 September 2015. Trevor's gig as the host of a well-known satirical commentary show was rocky at first. After Noah took over from Stewart, the show's viewership dropped by 37% and those numbers never really recovered. However, the comedian persevered and continued delivering political commentary to those fans who believed in him. Robert Lloyd of the Los Angeles Times described Noah as charming and composed, almost inevitably low-key compared with the habitually antic and astonished Stewart. Trevor would become one of the highest-paid talk show hosts of his time, but it took some work. When he first started hosting The Daily Show, the producer's salary was around $5 million to $8 million per season, which is a crazy amount of money, especially when you convert that to rands. But when you compare Trevor's salary to Jon Stewart's of $25 million per season, it was clear that Comedy Central could have done better for the South African talent. That's when Noah took matters into his own hands. In 2017, the comedian signed a deal with Viacom, a former American multinational mass media and entertainment corporation. The deal doubled Noah's salary to $16 million per season. This contract ran until 2022 and likely ended around the time of his last day on the show, December 8, 2022. Thanks to his Comedy Central gig, Trevor could have raked in about $96 million. Add that to all the money he made from his comedy tours and Grammy hosting gigs, multiplied by the massive success of his best-selling memoir, Born a Crime, which reportedly had a 7-figure book deal. As of 2023, the comedian's net worth is estimated to be around $100 million, making him a talk show host worth more than even Jimmy Kimmel and James Corden. Trevor really ripped it hard for Mzansi. So, how does Josie's golden boy spend those millions? Like we said, the comedian learned his way around business and so got into the American real estate and house flipping game. He bought a $20 million Bel Air mansion in 2019 and flipped it for $21.5 million 2 years later. The mansion boasted 5 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, with a chandelier-topped dining area. It has a double island kitchen and a wet bar with a 1,893-liter aquarium. It also hosts amenities such as a wine cellar, movie theater, cigar room, cabana, and 3-car auto gallery to fill out the rest of the space. The design shows the finishes of polished glass, leathered marble, and limestone to touch up the open concept floor plan. Talk about elegance. Then, in January 2021, he bought another Bel Air mansion for $27.5 million, only to turn around and list it for $30 million in October of the same year. After the confirmation came that this property was officially his, it became clear that Noah has a thing for architectural showplaces. This mansion was designed by Los Angeles architect Mark Rios. Inspired by Japanese aesthetics, Rios reportedly went through 50 plans before settling on the final design. The architect employed dark timbers based on a room he saw in Kyoto and extra thick walls to protect against the noise of the city below. From the street, the home appears as a series of cubes stacked together. Overhead photos from the back show that the estate spans across its hillside lot, with a series of open spaces that adjoin to overlook a scenic backyard, with a lawn and infinity-edge pool. Stone, wood, bronze, and glass combined in the common spaces, including a spacious dining room and a lounge with custom wall coverings. Spread across 3 stories are 6 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, an office, library, elevator, gym, spa, steam room, and game room. Oh, and his first flip was a duplex-style apartment in New York, which he paid around $10 million for and listed for about $13 million. Noah ended up redesigning the whole space. His bespoke touch includes an architectural floating staircase, chevron pattern French oak floorboards, and custom cast metal archways. 15-foot ceilings allow for massive windows that frame open city views, while hand-plastered walls and striking light fixtures turn up the decadence. Noah also added punches of color to keep the space from feeling too serious. So, he had about $30 million tied up in US real estate, not to mention several fancy properties in South Africa. Noah had an appreciation for good vehicles from a young age and knows the value of a supercar. His stepfather ran a garage, so the comedian spent time fixing cars and learning about them as a child. After making his millions, Noah purchased a series of sleek cars. Hold on to your hats, because his fleet is about to blow your mind. He bought a Porsche Macan valued at $57,000, a Lamborghini Huracan worth $248,000, and a Bentley GT for $202,000. Noah is also a member of an exclusive car club in New York that allows him to rent luxury cars, and these memberships usually have a starting cost of $18,000. The former talk show host also has a deep appreciation for watches. Trevor's dad is half Swiss and would often bring a Swiss chocolate or watch for his son, who grew up loving timepieces. When it comes to watches, Trevor Noah knows how to make every second count. The most expensive is a Richard Mille RM1103 automatic flyback chronograph worth $130,000. Only 500 pieces were made of the limited edition watch. Trevor's favorite watch is a $59,000 Patek Philippe 5650G Advanced Research that combines elegance and a fun design. However, real estate and luxury aside, Trevor doesn't only spend his dollars on fun and games. Having grown up in apartheid South Africa, when the black residents of South Africa lived in poor conditions, the actor has made it his mission to help his homeland. He launched the Trevor Noah Foundation in 2018 in Johannesburg to help support the local youth and improve communities through education and future opportunities. He has also donated to charities and helped raise money for the Roger Federer Foundation. In February 2020, he teamed up with Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Bill Gates to play an exhibition match in Africa. Their game raised over $3.5 million for the foundation. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, it was hard on people of all working classes, even the talk show industry. At the time, The Daily Show was airing in a virtual work-from-home format, and as a result, many employees were laid off. To make sure his crew was looked after, Trevor paid the salaries of 25 such employees until the show began to air back in the studio. This included workers in many sectors, such as audio technicians, camera operators, video operators, and stage management personnel. Trevor really knows how to give back. As of 2023, Trevor Noah has gone back to traveling and sharing his comedy, with shows booked out worldwide. There's no doubt that in the years to come, he'll redesign some more bespoke homes and show off more premium watches and fancy footgear, while still trying to make the world a better place, of course. That's it for this episode of The Lux Life. Join us again next time when we'll be looking at another Who's Who. Don't forget to like and subscribe.